Alright, we are live on the speaker, and let's go ahead and plug this in. What's going on, Spreaker listener, Matt Crowley? Let me just share this real quick. Okay, or not real quick, before we go Facebook Live with it. Can I tag some motherfuckers? There we go. Alright, we got some boys tagged in here that I think might enjoy this and can help spread my word. Alright, now we're about to go live on the video platform. My favorite. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Yo! What's up, everybody? Like I said, this is an unplugged edition. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't have a mic. I'm at my sister's house. Notice the ant-like decorations on the wall. And the cup of kratom, but it is my niece's cup. Trolls and purple spoon. I fucking love purple, though. We all know that. I sit in front of purple drapes every day. What's up, James Smith? Thank you for joining. We're going to talk a little bit about sports today. I know this looks weird, like I'm doing like an online course with you right now, because and I'm the teacher because I don't have a mic. This looks really fucking weird. My niece has a fake mic, I think, in her room. I might go get that. But I'm at my sister's house right now, and I'm not really house sitting. I just crashed her house, so I would have been on a lot sooner, but I've been eating her shit. I had Cocoa Pebbles, which they're gluten-free. I guess that's good. And then a hot dog. So, balance. I got all the food groups taken care of. So, what's up, Tom Clark? What's up, Brianna? Thank you for joining. How you doing, lady? Tracy Pearson, love you, brother. Good shit. I can't play any of your music, Pearson, because I don't have anything. I wasn't prepared. I just stopped at my sister's house. And this thing is just... It's not picking... I'm too fast for it. Why do all these cameras, like these stock webcams, come looking like a fucking box full of assholes? Like, look at that. This looks like shit. It's a nice computer. It's a newer computer. It's like from last year. All right, let's see. All right. So, where are we at? So, I broke my sister's printer, so I got to refer back to my notes digitally. So, what do we want to... Oh, yeah, okay. So, sorry about my sweater. It's nice, it's comfortable. I know it looks like I suck dick for favors, not like, oh man, that guy's gay. It's like buddy, are you okay? You lost your job? Let me suck your dick for you. Like, I'm a nice dick sucker, and then or a novelist. It's kind of the same thing, but you know what I mean? Like, look at this shit. Look at that. This is the gayest part. Look at that. What am I, a gym teacher? I don't know. I got nothing. But it's pretty bad. All right, we got some new people. Cody, get your ass back to work. What's up, Tracy? You can see me okay? Thank you. All right, thanks for the heads up. As long as you can hear me and see me okay, that's perfectly fine. You can also tune over on the app on Spreaker. If you haven't downloaded it already, it is the Joe Show app, so feel free to download that. Just type in the Joe Show in the App Store or keyboard or Google Play. I don't know how many people have phones that fucking big, but all right, so let's get into it. We're doing sports today, but I do sports in a way where everyone can relate because I try to put some a twist of comedy into it. So let's give a shout out to the Sabres. I know they're on a bit of a losing streak, not too big, but fucking Skinner, dude, are you kidding me? I thought he was gonna be a great addition and make fucking Jack Eichel look good. Holy shit, Jack Eichel is the fucking assist queen with Skinner just digging to the net like a fucking like a coal miner. All right? I was going to try to do something about remember when that coal mining thing accident happened and people were trapped? I was going to try to like pull that in there, but that's just too much. I am drinking kratom. This is a substitute for... Can I get in trouble for this? This is Earth Kratom. It is a substitute for pain relief. As we all know, I have a pussy-ass French-Canadian back, or I don't know if I'm French or French-Canadian, but I don't know which one's better. I don't know which one I should admit. But, yeah, fucking Sabres, man. They're a real team to fuck with, and don't be down because we're fucking losing to top-rated teams like, Toronto and Nashville were a huge test for us because it's like, okay, if we're going to the playoffs, these are the motherfuckers we're gonna see. And we kept a tight fucking bout with these guys with a young defense. That's our biggest problem is we can't clear the net in front of our net. We can't get guys away from Hutton. Carter Hutton's standing on his head. We wouldn't have this record right now if it wasn't for Skinner and Hutton. Because pretty much we had the same exact fucking team. And Sabaka, if you watch him, he knows where to put the puck. He's pretty fucking excellent. But let's see if we got anyone else to. Oh, we do. Okay, sorry. Thomas Clark, you lost your job? Thomas Clark, feel free to call in if you want to talk about it. Let's see. Adam Matthews, thank you so much. Mr. Patterson, Mr. Fish Patterson, thank you for joining. But yeah, the Sabres, man, they're going to be good, and they're going to get better. It's early in the season. They may have exhausted themselves with that 10-game, win streak, but because that's something me and my buddy Chad were talking about, and he's pretty good when it comes. Yeah, it's powder. I don't think I stirred it enough. As Jack Staples would say, just keep stirring, man. If you don't know Jack, you don't know Jack. But yeah, so it's maybe they did exhaust themselves on that 10-game win streak that we just can never seem to break. But I mean, they're a good team. We finally got ourselves a complete team. Except for Larson. Can we get rid of Larson? I'm sick of Johan Larson. He was supposed to be a finesse player. He is a fucking finesse piece of shit. All right, he's the finest piece of shit on that team, and his big dumb fucking chin. He looks like he's like a superhero in a comic book, but he's got no powers or talent. He just aggravates the shit out of me. That one guy, Ellie, I don't know how I feel about him. He's one of those guys you call a hard-working player, like Mike Greer was, or like Kevin Porter, Brian Flynn. They don't really put points on the board. They do in clutch moments sometimes, but they hold the blue line down and shit like that. They do the important shit that goes unsung. So, yeah. So I kind of like Ellie. He's all right. I don't know where the fuck he came from, but Pilot looked normal. He got his debut. He just looks like he can handle it himself. He doesn't look like anything too special. But give him time. He will. Let's see. We got more people. Thomas Clark. No, I wanted a BJ. Oh, my bad. What's up, Mackenzie? What's up, Marcus? Thanks for joining. And Avery, what's going on, brother? Thanks for joining, everybody. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about the Sabres, but we are going to be moving on from the Sabres to the Bills. Now, we all know I'm not a Bills fan. I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm about to watch that fucking ratings plummet. But I got a lot to say about the Bills, and I'm very excited for Bills fans, and it was actually a fucking nerve-wracking game for me last week when the Bills played the Dolphins. First off, let's just throw it up there. Josh Allen is a fucking animal. Do you think, okay, a lot of people are criticizing him because of his ability to stay in the pocket and shit. He doesn't have to stay in the pocket. That motherfucker creates his own pockets. Those plays weren't designed for him to run 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage and then complete a fucking 40-yard touchdown pass to fucking Zay Jones, who's now looking like a wide receiver finally. He had to go through an offseason where he was fucking running around a hotel bleeding everywhere. I don't know if you ever seen that. That was a great article. But look it up, Zay Jones in a hotel during the offseason, man. I thought that was it for him because he was like on like PCP or something. He was on some sort of fucking shit that gets you wet. You know what I mean? Fucking, and not like the pussy wet. I mean like angel dust, like fucking the bad kind of wet. Let's see, but so yeah, I mean the Bills are fucking great. They got rid of Kelvin Benjamin and Andre Holmes, and this is good now because not only because Kelvin Benjamin sucks. I kind of liked Andre Holmes, but Andre Holmes already found a home in Denver. Kelvin Benjamin is trying out in Kansas City. So he'll be there with Buffalo's other scrub, Sammy Watkins. But I mean, they got Tyreek Hill. So, but Zay Jones, they were asked now out of the 4 out of the 5 receivers they got, they are first years and sophomores. Between Isaiah McKenzie, Ray McLeod, Zay Jones, and my personal favorite, Robert Foster. Who do you think is the best out of all of them? I personally think they're role players. They each are role players. Robert Foster's the deep threat. Isaiah McKenzie's a screen pass kind of guy. Get him a dump off and he'll fucking do his work. Ray McLeod could be a potential number 1. He just never had any leadership. You know what I mean? You need that guy to look up to. Even the fucking Browns have Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry wasn't anything great. He led the league in receptions last year. But, I mean, at least he's a leader. You know what I mean? He gets in there and fucking starts yelling at people and telling them, like, look, motherfucker, like, if you want to be on this team, you got to practice and fucking earn it. But anyway, they didn't have that in Kelvin Benjamin. Now, the Bills did a similar move like this before, back when Drew Bledsoe threw for 4,000 yards, if you remember. He was the only Bills quarterback to do it. And they had, like, an assload of receivers. They had, like, Peerless Price, Bobby Shaw, Josh Reed, Eric Moulds. I think Lee Evans was just coming. No, Lee Evans was there. They had like a fucking 5 wide Texas Tech set of receivers. But they cut Bobby Shaw because the first part of the season, none of the receivers were fucking acting like they should. You know, Peerless Price was great. Then he started dropping fucking wide open passes because Bledsoe had that cannon. You know what I mean? He had that Josh Allen arm where you can just, you're like, fuck. As soon as you've seen it go down the field, you're like, someone's going to get it. Because you had Moulds, Price, Bobby Shaw, fucking Josh Ross, or not Josh Ross. Oh my god, I hate that kid. And you had fucking Josh Reed and Lee Evans, and so I mean you had all that talent, but they cut Bobby Shaw, a veteran. And that woke everyone the fuck up, and they're like, shit, we better step up. So now by cutting these veterans that we have, instead of, holding on to Benjamin and dealing with his whiny ass and trying to get a 6th-round pick for him, that was a good move that they cut him, because this is going to spark this young team. Because if you notice, this Buffalo Bills team gets fucking amped up towards the end of the fucking games. They get amped up. They like situational football. And that's good. It's just that they're not good at situational football yet because they're rookies and they don't have veterans to look up to or an offensive line. But they will. If the Bills surround Josh Allen with some talent, or if Ray McLeod steps into it, because out of all 4 of those receivers that I mentioned, I don't like Ray McLeod. He had like a couple great plays in the offseason or in the preseason, excuse me. And he could have took the job there. He could have been the slot receiver between Benjamin and Holmes, but then we saw what happened there. But no, I think honestly it's going to be Robert Foster if he gets his release down and can fucking beat guys off the line a little better. And like they're just this far off of Allen and Foster. But Zay Jones though, coming out of the fucking woodwork, playing the back end of the end zone, fucking keeping his feet in, looking like a real fucking receiver. That's amazing. I mean, he's going to be huge. Do I think he's going to be a number 1 wide receiver, a split end, an X for Buffalo? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, you got guys like Golden Tate and I think T.Y. Hilton coming into the free agency. Maybe look at something like that. Don't draft another wide receiver. Draft some linemen. You know what I mean? Like, get some interior linemen in the draft. There's a lot of good ones coming in. I guess it's supposed to... Remember how this was the year of the quarterbacks, the draft last year? I guess this is supposed to be the year of the offensive linemen and defensive linemen. So this is now time more than ever. If the Bills continue to lose, like if they tank this out, I would trade down and pick up some offensive linemen in the 1st and 2nd round. That's just me though. I'm no coach. And let's see here. Let me get to my notes. Let me update the people. There's people. Not a Bills fan. You already know that. All right, Avery says Josh Allen, little mouse for a QB. Little mouse, he's 6'5", you dumb dick. I love you, but goddamn, LaShawn McCoy is a running back that's going down in the books. Well, yeah, I mean, he is a running back. That's definitely going down in the books. But you think he's gonna be? A Hall of Famer? He's got it. He's got some stuff. I don't know. I mean, because there's dudes that are good that might not make the Hall of Fame, and I think Shady McCoy is just like above it. We'll talk about that, me and you separately. What's up, Lindsay? What's up, Nick Sirianni? Thanks for joining. Matt Madsen and Leah Plasek, thank you for joining. All right, so let's get to it. Our other notes. We're going to continue with the Bills here. Feel free to call in. The number is 716-255-7752. Avery, if you want to argue your point about fucking Josh Allen being a little mouse. You mean he's fast as shit? And no one could catch him. He had the Dolphins fucking dragging their tongues trying to fucking get him. I love you, buddy. I'm just playing. I hope your football season went good for you, my man. I miss you. Let's see. So we covered the receivers. Yeah, Josh Allen's scary good. Okay, so the Dolphins and the Bills game. Now, like I said, I was nervous the whole time because it was a close game. It was a nail-biter game. And the Dolphins are in playoff contention. The Bills kind of where you can sneak your way in at 9-7, but a lot of shit has to happen. They did last year, right? 2 years ago. And it was last year. Was it? Yeah, last year. And I gotta do more notes. But so they now dropped to 8 losses. The Vikings made it with Mike Tyson 8-8. So you never know what can happen. But where's I going with this? But the Dolphins game, the Dolphins and Bills game, it was like a playoff contention game right there for both teams. Both teams are right on the cusp of this stuff's nasty. Hold on. Ugh, makes you feel happy though. But the game was scary. I mean, the Dolphins should have had it like wrapped up. They did win, but what I fucking hated was the fact that I follow all the Bills fans group and stuff just so I can see the ridiculous shit that comes out of their fucking mouths and all that jazz. And I like to do the haha emoji because there's nothing more annoying than that when people do the haha emoji on you. I don't know why I did this. Titty grab for haha emoji. Juju Smith, Pittsburgh rookie, is a starter to improving a lot and is looking good. We're not talking about Juju Smith, but he is very good. Good. I didn't see him coming that as good as he is. But you're very right there. But you're fucking me up, Avery. Let's see. Where was I? Let me check. So the Bills Dolphins games, they should have had it wrapped up. They didn't. That defense looked fucking horrifying. The Bills defense looks young again. Lorenzo Alexander getting in the backfield. Jerry Hughes. Those motherfuckers were looking great. They were beating the shit out of Tannehill. And Tannehill just came off an injury, and he's probably like, God damn it. Like, this line. But then there's a conspiracy saying that the refs had everything to do with the Bills losing. Excuse me. That was kind of a burp. And they didn't. They didn't have shit to do with it. The refs aren't like, I like Miami. In the huddles, like, let's go for Miami. Dude, they missed 2 fucking field goals. Is that the refs' fault? They had a punt almost blocked. They fumbled a punt. They had 13 penalties. That may be the refs' fault, but most of them were holding calls. Blatant holding calls. Blatant pass interference calls. All right? Everyone got called. Everyone's like, they didn't call the Dolphins on there. Yes, they fucking did. You're allowed to hit the quarterback up around the neck. Everyone was upset about that. It's not horse collaring if you're tackling someone and then they drop down and then you end up grabbing them like this. But if you intentionally yank someone down, that's a horse collar, you fucking idiots. Okay? So the refs had nothing to do with it. The missed field goals, the drop end zone, the drop passes in the end zone, the asshole that you guys picked up, Phillips, who used to play for the Dolphins, defensive tackle, doing this at the sideline the whole time, and fucking just taunting, getting that dumb penalty by throwing that guy's leg. You can't do that. Yeah, it's a dumb fucking penalty, but you can't do that. You're not allowed to physically, because these people, it's like you're watching 22 cars play out there. Now, granted, they're going to get banged up, but these motherfuckers are insured. And if you go intentionally just fucking someone up, they're protected by money. You're gonna get a flag for that. Okay, you're gonna get in trouble. You can't just do that. You can't just intentionally Nadamakan sue someone and fucking stomp them. Or who's the new one? Kareem Hunt just kicking bitches. That's what I'm saying. But thank you for the love, whoever's showing love. Trevor Zano, love you, brother. And Tracy, thank you very much. Let's see. Jake Wilcox, thank you for joining, brother. Michelle Renee, Katrina Dunlap, what's going on? Thank you for joining. That's it. Jake Wilcox holding it down at GM, my man. I can't say that on the air, but holding it down. But yeah, it wasn't the fucking refs' fault. It was your team's fault for missing field goals and for fucking Phillips, who was great. He's 6'5" and like 330 pounds and can run a fucking like a 4.7 40. Like he's insane. They had him return. He played for Miami. They used to have him return punts in practice for the shit of it. Like he's good. He's a good fucking athlete, but he's an asshole and he's lazy. That's the hardest I've ever seen him work. Was when he was going against the Dolphins. Obviously, it's because he had a chip on his big fucking fat black shoulder. But I digress. So yeah, you got a good player in him. They just got to learn to tone him down. And that's where I wanted to get off with Sean McDermott. I don't know how I feel about him as a coach. He's up and down. I know my buddy Chad was just talking to me about this, Chad last year. He's like, give him time, you know what I mean? But they need a new offensive coordinator. I don't like Dable. I didn't like Dable either. He was for the Dolphins, and I wasn't a huge fan of Dable myself. He could be right there. But I mean, he's fucking McDermott doesn't know what he wants to do as a coach, and he doesn't let Josh Allen play. You know who lets Josh Allen play? Fucking Josh Allen. When he's running 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage and then fucking bombing fucking bombs down the field like a maniac and fucking nearly completing them. It's not his fault that he has no fucking talent. Lay off your boy, all right? If you're giving your boy trouble, he's a good quarterback, okay? And I like the front office now, but before, I mean, you look at guys like Philip Lindsay. I know I'm jumping way the fuck off. Philip Lindsay's a running back for the Denver Broncos. Um, this dude is now like a fucking not an elite, but he's a very good running back, and he wasn't even drafted. So it's very possible. What I'm getting at is it's very possible. I remember 3 years ago, or no, it had to have been more than that. I think it was when you guys drafted EJ Manuel. Russ Brandon was like, yeah, I think that's his name. He's like, yeah, you think there's franchise players out there just like that? How about you go find one? Explaining why he traded up for EJ Manuel because everyone was like, what? Are you kidding me? But look at all these guys who everyone else seems to be claiming off of fucking waivers and claiming off of, you know what I mean, claiming off of practice squads and doing just fine with them. I mean, it starts with a great offensive line, but it is possible. And it's very easy, especially with all the money that Buffalo's coming into. You guys got a good team to look forward to next year. All right? But you got to keep that fucking Phillips motherfucker. I can't remember. Is it Jermaine Phillips? I can't remember. I liked him. Jason Phillips? I think it's Jason Phillips, defensive tackle. I liked him. He's built great. He's got all the intangibles you want out of a guy on the D line. Over 300 pounds, 6'5", fucking fast as shit, just a monster. But you just got to keep him toned down. They're doing the right thing. They know they're going in the right direction. Obviously, this isn't going to be the year for them, but I mean, just get Josh Allen protected so he doesn't have to run. Everyone's like, he doesn't go through his progressions. The motherfucker doesn't have time to go through his progressions. He's getting chased out of the pocket like an asshole as soon as they snap the fucking ball to him. And they also had a second string. They had Ryan Gorey, who's not a bad center, but as you've seen a couple of his shotgun snaps were a little, he had to one-hand him and stuff. That every second counts in the pocket. If you've ever played football, you know that. Not even as a quarterback, as a lineman, as a running back, as a wide receiver, which I played personally a little bit. And fucking, it takes time. That's all progression. Every step he takes matches every step the wide receiver takes. And if he's got to take that extra second to fucking grab a bad snap, that's going to make the timing of the routes bad. Josh Allen's a great fucking quarterback, and he's probably going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. If he doesn't get fucked over by the Bills and their classic mistake of not surrounding the team with talent. Okay? So that's just all I got to say about him. I'm a huge fan of Josh Allen. He scares the living shit out of me being a Dolphins fan. That arm is retarded. He doesn't even have to have his feet planted, and it's just fucking gone. But let's see, we got some more people on here. Trevor's saying, Charles Clay. I was just going to get to that. Thank you, buddy. We got to get you on fucking again, Trevor. You're a very good co-host. There's a lot not running shady in this scheme he thrives in. There's also not running shady in the scheme he thrives in. Yeah, I see what are you saying that, what's up, Sam Collins, Naomi Foster, Nick Myers, got to get you on the show. Kyle Brandt, we're talking about the Bills. I know you like the Bills. But Trevor, are you saying that McDermott doesn't like using Shady as much as he should? Because I think you're kind of right. They could use him a lot more. But Shady, once they were doing that last year, he was winded by the third quarter just sitting his ass on the bench, and then they got Chris Ivory to go to. So, I mean, I kind of see, maybe they're trying to, but you could be right. I mean, I'm not gonna disagree with you completely on that one. Okay, so let's get to that Charles Clay catch. Is that what I had next? Yes, okay. Okay, so that Charles Clay catch. If you don't know what that is the final play of the game, Dolphins and the Bills, when Josh Allen broke out I'm not even fucking kidding, 25 yards behind the line of scrimmage, on his opposite side. So that means he throws with his right. He was running to the left, which means he was going to have to throw against his body. And he did. And he made it all the way to the fucking end zone to a wide open Charles Clay. Now, there's a lot of theories behind this. Everyone's like, he dropped the ball on purpose because he's from Miami. That's where he started his career. That's true, but he fucking hated it there. And a lot of people are like, well, hit him in the hands. He should have caught it. if you watch that play again, if you ever played a sport, you know when you're running around like that, like a fucking maniac, and you're just winded, and it's the final play of the game, and you're already fucking exhausted. It's kind of hard to get your bearings. Okay, he did his best. Maybe everyone's like he didn't have to dive. I don't think he fucking dove. I think he was exhausted and fucking fell trying to reach out and stumbled over his feet because they were running around like fucking animals trying to save the game, trying to tie it up because fucking Hauschka or whatever, who's your fucking kicker, fucked you guys in that realm. But when you're running around like that, you're winded, you're stumbling over yourself. You're not gonna just fucking. He's not purposely dropping it, or he's not like trying to dive and look like a superstar. No, the motherfucker tripped. He fell. That wasn't an organized play. That wasn't like okay, I'm gonna go 25 fucking yards behind the line of scrimmage, and you do a little deep hook route in the end zone. No one's gonna be there. No, someone would have been there. But the reason why no one was there is because no one knew what the fuck was going on. No one had any idea what that play was. Thank you for the love, whoever that was. Gotta give credit where it's due. Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. You're a sweetheart. All right, who else we got? Samantha Collins, we already got to you. Greedy. No, I'm just kidding. Lindsay Michelle. Lindsay types in with, McCoy can make it on Dancing with the Stars the way he dancing with the ball to only get 2 yards. He can move. He can, especially for his age, he can move. I will give him that. But Buffalo should definitely look into getting a younger running back. I like Marcus Murphy, but he's even getting up there too. Thank you for joining, Tammy. How'd you get one name? Like Prince. Does everyone see that in the room? That's insane. But yeah, thank you for the support, everyone. And we're getting pretty close to wrapping this one up. It's been a while since I've done one by myself, and I appreciate you guys, even in the status, supporting it and things like that. So all the love is really appreciated. Like I said, if you haven't downloaded the app, please do if you feel like it. It's fun. It's just cool to see on my friends' phones and stuff when they're going through the shit and I see, the Joe Show. It means a lot to me. It's free for you, and it's just cool. I dig the support. If you can throw a rating in there too, anything helps. The likes, the comments, everything fucking helps. The shares, Allison, thank you for sharing. Calls in, but that's okay. A lot of people are nervous to call in. I don't know why, but then as soon as the show's over, they're like, dude, I should have said this. Yeah, you should have, you pussy. But so yeah, so back to it. So Charles Clay didn't. It wasn't his fault. Okay, that whole play was a fucking mess. And if he would have caught that, holy shit, that would have been amazing. It's a very hard play. That wasn't even the play. It was probably like a streak, like a fucking Charles Clay. It was probably like a Hail Mary with a Charles Clay cutting inside, and then he probably dipped back because he's like, holy shit, no one's over there, and Josh just took off like a fucking animal. I'm gonna stand over here with the odd chance that he's gonna throw across his body. Holy shit, he's throwing across his body. I better get there. And then he fucking fell, and that's that. So I just give him a break. Charles Clay, and everyone's like the worst fucking tight end that we've ever had. Bullshit, you guys had that one asshole. Ramirez was good. Ewis, he sucked. Fuck him. All right, who's the other one? I'll think of names. So we're gonna wrap this up shortly with the Walter Payton Award was given out to a Buffalo Bill, and it was given out to Lorenzo Alexander. And what that is that is award given to someone for their on the field and off the field performances. Charitable work, things of that sort. And that's awesome. Good for Lorenzo. He's a good guy. He loves it here in Buffalo. He's a good sport. I love him, and I think he's very talented. And he deserves all the money he gets, all the extension that he got. He deserves it. But the thing about the Walter Payton Award that gets me is why they named it after this guy. It's supposed to be your off the field, like how nice you are off the field, how good you are. And I'm not saying anything about Lorenzo not being good off the field, but God damn it. Okay. So let's see here. Oh, that's not mine. Did I delete my notes? No, I did. Okay. All right. So Walter Jerry Payton was he was a Chicago Bears running back born in 1954. Then later people found out he was actually born in 1953. Who cares? But this motherfucker averaged like 6 6.5 yards a carry a year, and that's impressive if you know football terms. But he died of liver failure, and that's hilarious. No, but that's because of his off the field things he would do, like let's see, no, Tammy, you're the last one. But because off the field things he did, like he was addicted to painkillers. Who isn't? You know what I mean? Everyone's fucking. I'm drinking painkillers tea. Okay, that's my life right now, out of a fucking Trolls cup. So. Oh my god. Okay, so, but he also did a lot of other shit that that isn't disclosed. But he did a lot, the PCP, all that shit. He can see it in interviews in his eyes started getting yellow and stuff, and that's liver failure. That's what he died from. But he also used to beat his wife and cheat on his wife. That's not very good off the field fucking mentality. You know what I mean? So why does he get the award for like good off the field and on the field stuff? He was amazing on the field. He was one of the greasiest motherfuckers on the field. You couldn't catch him. He was probably one of my favorite running backs. Next to Barry Sanders and Ricky Williams. He's one of my favorite running backs. But his off the field attitude was shit. That's like giving fucking Adrian Peterson an orphanage. You know what I mean? Just because he beats kids. Get it? Or like giving Ray Rice a battered women's shelter. Get it? Because he beats women. While he beat the shit out of his girl in that elevator. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me, and no one ever brings it up. Like, oh, Walter Payton, he was a stand-up guy. Nah, he wasn't. I'm sure he did some good stuff to make up for the shit stuff that he did. But that shit stuff doesn't get erased. You know what I mean? And they definitely shouldn't make fucking awards about it. But that's just my opinion. That's about all I got for you guys. I want to thank you all for tuning in. And any last minute things you want to throw in, that's fine too. As I'm signing off with my heartfelt speech. But thank you all for the support. I really do appreciate it. Sorry that there's no mics and this is awkward. I need stuff in my face to look professional at all times. But, and sorry, Tom, that I missed your joke earlier. That was funny about wanting a blowjob. But, thank you all for supporting me. Like I said, a share, a like, a comment, downloading the app. Anything you can do to help would be great. Calling in, coming on the show, even if you want to ever come on. I got an open studio, so you're always more than welcome. Just ring-a-ding me before that. Ring-a-ding? Jesus Christ. Just get in touch with me, and it's not hard to get on the show. I don't have many friends. No, it's not like I use famous people. But bring something to the table. Like, I'll bring a format, but I want people to show their uniqueness on the show. That's what the show's all about. Everyone's capable of doing something, whether it's murdering a fucking building full of people or drawing very well. But either way, I want to get to know that. I want to get to know you. So get a hold of me. Come on the show. And I love you all. Be safe. Until tomorrow, I'll see you then. And be looking forward to hearing from the long-lost Michael Longenecker, who is doing gigs out in Oregon and has invited me. So I might go be gay with him out in Oregon and do some stand-up. But that'll be for tomorrow's show. I love you all. Thank you for the support. And go Sabres. And congratulations to the Bills on their future. It'll be great. It'll be fine. All right? Don't worry. I love you all. All right. Bye. Bye. I said, yeah, I already want to end it. Bye. Thank you, Spreaker listeners. It's usually just Dad or Matt Crowley or someone from another foreign country. Love you all. Be safe. Bye.